What's up, Ducks fans? We are heading to Honda Center for the final game of this 5-game homestand that the Ducks have been on. Tonight, it is the Montreal Canadiens in town, so our first of 2 meetings with them this season. And so the trade deadline has come and gone, and the Ducks, we made a lot of moves. A lot of them were smaller moves, but we did make some moves. So we acquired Jamie McGinn from Buffalo, and we acquired Brandon Peary from the Panthers. And then those were just for like draft picks. I believe McGinn was a 3rd rounder and Peary was a 7th rounder. But then with the Chicago Blackhawks, we traded Tim Jackman and a draft pick for Corey Tropp. And then unfortunately, this is a sad one, we traded away Patrick Maroon. Honestly, I like Tim Jackman also, but I mean, Patrick Maroon, just being such a big part of our success in the playoffs last season, and I realized like a lot of people, criticized him just because it's like, oh, you're playing alongside Ryan Getzlaf and Corey Perry. Like, not necessarily criticized him, but basically they didn't think his success was all him. You know, it's like, well, when you're playing on a line with Ryan Getzlaf and Corey Perry, yeah, you're going to score some goals, but still, he did great in the playoffs for us last season, and honestly, I was really liking him on the Perry-Raquel line this season. And even when he wasn't on that line, when he was playing with Thompson and Garbutt, I thought Garbutt and Maroon, like, they had a good, like, kind of like 2-man pest game, because they're both, pesties / like fighter type of guys. And I'm really sad to see Patrick Maroon get traded. But we traded him to the Edmonton Oilers, and we acquired Martin Gernot. And excuse me if I'm not saying all these names correctly. Like, honestly, I've probably heard this guy's name before, but I don't remember if I'm pronouncing it right. So Martin Gernot. So that was sad. We were very sad to see Patrick Maroon go, and my wife is actually wearing her Patrick Maroon jersey tonight to honor our fallen Duck. But yeah, so that's what happened at the trade deadline. There was a lot of speculation whether or not we were going to trade Sami Vatanen, and there was a rumor. I don't know if this is true. I saw a rumor that he was asking for a 6-year, $36 million contract, $6 million a year. And I mean, I love Sami Vatanen. Like, I have his jersey. He's one of my favorite players on the team. I really like Sami Vatanen. But $6 million a year, it would strap us too badly. Like, from the business standpoint, like, I love our guys. Yeah, it'd be great if we just made, as much money as the Toronto Maple Leafs, and we could pay all of our guys $6 million a year. Like, that'd be awesome. But the fact of the matter is, like, the Anaheim Ducks, like, our revenue is limited. This is something Bob Murray was talking about recently, because we're in Anaheim, and I mean, it's on the business side. Like, you can't pay Sami Vatanen $6 million a year and still be able to keep the rest of the guys, like upcoming restricted free agents, like Hampus Lindholm, Rickard Rakell, Freddie Anderson. Like, these are guys we need to re-sign, especially Rakell and Lindholm. I feel like they're the future of this team, and like the future, like the future captain and, alternate captain. Like, I'm talking, like, if they stay with the team, I could see Rickard Rakell and Hampus Lindholm being like our 2 best players and, down the line. So, I mean, they are the priority right now. And I mean, I love Sami Vatanen too, and I hope we re-sign him, but if he's really looking for $6 million a year, we'll see what he gets. I believe he's also a restricted free agent, so we'll see this summer. This summer is going to be a busy one for us. We have some, just unrestricted free agents as well. I believe David Perron and Chris Stewart, which I really want to re-sign Perron. I mean, he's been awesome since we acquired him. So it's going to be scary. I don't really want to talk about contracts anymore until the offseason, but that's the contract situation. So we did keep Sami Vatanen, though, and he now says he wants to remain a Duck for a very long time now that he survived the trade deadline. So hopefully that's true, and, hopefully he understands, the salary cap and just our money situation. So we'll see. But it is funny, on the NBC article that I saw that said Sami Vatanen wanted to remain a Duck a long time, they used Hampus Lindholm's picture as the picture for Sami Vatanen, and it's just so funny because NBC, their hockey coverage is a joke. It's terrible. They are so Original Six centric that it makes me sick. And I mean, I realize that those are the Original Six teams. Like, all the respect to them. All right, great job, founding the league, you guys. But it's like there are plenty more teams in this league and fans of all the teams. And they do a disservice to teams like the Ducks. Like last season in the playoffs, when it's the Western Conference Finals, and on NBC's header on Twitter, it's a picture of the Chicago Blackhawks. It's like you're covering the NHL, not the Chicago Blackhawks. Like they should have had the Rangers, the Lightning, the Ducks, and the Blackhawks, maybe a player from each team, represented on their header, not just the Chicago Blackhawks celebrating. Like it was sick. This was as the Western Conference Finals were going on. It wasn't after the Stanley Cup Finals were over or anything like that. So anyway, that's a little tangent, but NBC should be ashamed of themselves, and hopefully they learn the Ducks, at least learn our guys. Like learn that Hampus Lindholm is Hampus Lindholm and Sammy Vatanen is Sammy Vatanen. It's ridiculous. I'm surprised they didn't just show a picture of Jonathan Toews and just say, Sammy Vatanen, just even though they actually know who Toews is, at least they could just be like, oh, well, we just wanted to show Jonathan Toews, cram him down your throat some more. So, I don't know. Anyway, though, that's NBC. My opinion of their hockey coverage is pretty low, as you can tell. So, let's get to tonight's game. Going for 9 in a row. Anaheim Ducks, we're on fire. Montreal Canadiens are in town. They are 30, 28, and 5. And we are 34, 19, and 8. So, like I said, we're going for our 9th win in a row, and hopefully the fire continues for us, and we just keep rolling. John Gibson's in net tonight, and Ryan Getzlaf, I believe his point streak is currently at 11 games, so he's trying to extend that to 12, and he was the first star of the month in the NHL for the month of February. So, yay, Getsy. Yeah, I think the Ducks are going to continue doing well tonight. I think John Gibson is going to have a good game, and the Ducks are going to win 3-1. So good defense, good goaltending, score some goals, 3-1 Ducks win. And I got my jersey on again. I got the Corey Perry jersey from the Kings game on again just a few days ago, and I believe it is the first time this season that I have worn a jersey consecutively, and there are a couple of reasons. Number one, this jersey had the juju. Corey Perry had the hat trick. Ducks beat the Kings. But also because I was going to add up my jersey records for this video, I decided I'm going to wear this jersey one more time, give it a second shot, see how it does now, and then add up the jersey records for next week. I believe our next home game is against the Washington Capitals on March 7th. So that is my plan. You got my prediction. You got the jersey I'm wearing. Sorry that I kind of went off on a little, rant about NBC, but that's how I feel. Glad I got to talk about it. And go Ducks. I will talk to you all after the game. Sorry guys, I have the Star Wars Cantina music stuck in my head right now because the organ player at Honda Center was playing it after the game. But 9 straight wins for the Anaheim Ducks. Shootout victory tonight against the Montreal Canadiens. Great night, great way to end the homestand. 5 straight wins here at home, and like I said, 9 straight overall. The Ducks continue to roll, and Jamie McGinn, first game as a Duck, and he scored a goal, the very first goal of the game for us. And I like the movie Jingle All the Way. It's one of the Christmas movies I like more to watch around the holidays. And when Arnold Schwarzenegger yells, Jamie! That's what I yelled tonight when he scored. So I'm probably going to do that from now on. It just feels right. But so Jamie McGinn scored, but actually the Canadiens struck first. Alex Galchenyuk scored the first goal of the game, and that made it 1-0. And then Jamie McGinn scored, assisted by Hampus Lindholm and Josh Manson to make it 1-1. That was both of those goals in the second period. Then in the third period, Alex Galchenyuk actually scored again to make it 2-1 Habs. And with 9 minutes and 9 seconds left in the game, Corey Perry tied it on the power play. His 27th goal of the season, assisted by David Perron and Cam Fowler. And that was our 9th straight game now with a power play goal. We were 1 for 5 on the power play tonight, so not as good as it has been, but our 9th straight game with a power play goal, which is the 3rd longest such streak in franchise history. So that is pretty awesome. And the game ended up going to overtime. It was a pretty exciting, 3-on-3 overtime is always thrilling, but it was exceptionally thrilling. Although there were only 2 goals each. I mean, that would be an exciting overtime period. There were only 2 shots each. But it ended up going to shootout, and Jakob Silfverberg scored the only goal of the shootout, and John Gibson was perfect, and the Ducks got the 3-2 win over Montreal. So it was awesome. Stars of the game: Jamie McGinn was the third star, and then Corey Perry, the first star. Both times I have worn this jersey, he has 4 goals. The Ducks are 2-0. Corey Perry has been the number 1 star of the game both times. I love this jersey. So now, next game, which is next Monday against Washington, I will have the jersey records, and we will see which of my jerseys I'll be wearing for the rest of the season, which ones had the juju through the first 62 games of the season. So, the Ducks, since Christmas now, we are 23-4-2, 16-1-1 in our last 18. Like I said, 9 wins in a row. We were 5-0 on the homestand. And now we are tied for first place in the Pacific Division with 78 points with the LA Kings. And it is pretty unbelievable that we are at this point right now. There's still 20 games left, but we have seen the Ducks really just catch fire and shoot up in the standings. It has been an awesome ride. And now with 1/4 of the season left, we really just have to keep our foot on the gas and keep winning games. It'd be amazing if we could win the division after the start that we had to this season. It would be incredible. And with as much flack as us Ducks fans have gotten around Southern California early in this season from Kings fans, it would be pretty incredible to take the division from them. Obviously, I'd rather beat them in the playoffs. Screw the division if we can beat them in the playoffs, but I mean, just winning the division, because there's a chance we won't see them in the playoffs. Whether we lose in the first round, they lose in the first round, we both lose in the first round. But I'm willing to bet one of these two teams, us or the Kings, are going to win the division. So I think if we're going to meet, my prediction is it's going to be in the first couple weeks of May. So it'd be awesome if we could take the division, not have to play the Sharks in the first round. Although, I mean, anyone from the Central is going to be tough as well. So, I mean, I'm not saying anything's given, but it's just so exciting to be at this point, currently tied for the lead in the division. So yeah. Trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to mention. Ryan Getzlaf's point streak, unfortunately, ended tonight. And our next game is actually tomorrow on the road against the Arizona Coyotes. So we have a couple of road games coming up, because after that we play the LA Kings at Staples Center before coming back home for the game against Washington. So that'll be a huge game on Saturday against the Kings. Man, awesome times. Awesome times. I'm feeling good. Go Ducks, and I'll see you all in a little less than a week. Take care, Ducks fans.